Hey, welcome in. This is lesson 1, so no stress, no pressure, and definitely no need to sound perfect today. Today you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in super practical everyday Hindi, or more naturally, Hinglish. By the end, you'll be able to say your name, where you're from, and one or two basic things about yourself. Very simple, very useful, full-on useful actually. The big idea for today is this. A lot of beginner introductions in Hindi can be built from just 3 patterns. Pattern 1. Mera naam D. Mera naam D. My name is D. Pattern 2. Main se hu. I am from D. Pattern 3. Main hu. I am D. That's it. Seriously. If you can hold on to those 3 patterns, you can already start talking. Let's start with the easiest one. Mera naam D hai. Mera naam D. Literally, my name is. So if your name is Rahul, you say, Mera naam Rahul hai. Mera naam Rahul hai. My name is Rahul. How do you say my name is Rahul in Hindi? Mera naam Rahul hai. Mera naam Rahul hai. Nice. Now swap Rahul for your own name. Mera naam Emma hai. Mera naam David hai. Mera naam Sophia hai. Super easy. Tiny memory trick. Mera means my, naam means name, and hai is. Mera naam hai. Think of it like stacking little blocks. My name is. Hindi often feels very pattern-based, and that is great news for beginners. Now let's do the second pattern. Main se hu. Main se hu. This means I am from. If you want to say I am from Delhi, that is main Delhi se hu. Main Delhi se hu. How do you say I am from Delhi in Hindi? Main Delhi se hu. Main Delhi se hu. Good. One more time in a natural rhythm. Main Delhi se hu. Here's an important beginner idea. In English, we use prepositions before a noun. From Delhi. In India. With my friend. Hindi often uses postpositions, which means the little location word comes after the noun. So Delhi se, Delhi from. India se, India from. Mumbai se, Mumbai from. Don't worry about the fancy term too much. Just remember, Hindi often puts the little word after. Noun first, then se. So if you want to say I am from India, you say main India se hu. Main India se hu. How do you say I am from India in Hindi? Main India se hu. Main India se hu. Very nice. Let's keep going. Pattern 3. Main jab hu. Main hu. I am. This is the pattern for simple personal details. For example, main student hu. Main student hu. I am a student. Very natural in Hinglish. You will absolutely hear English job and identity words dropped into Hindi all the time. How do you say I am a student in Hindi? Main student hu. Main student hu. Perfect. You can also say things like main teacher hu. Main teacher hu. I am a teacher. Or main doctor hu. Main doctor hu. I am a doctor. Now here comes a really useful note. In Hindi, verbs often change depending on gender and sometimes number. At beginner level, the biggest place you'll notice this is with words like ready, tired, happy in certain patterns. For example, a male speaker usually says, Main taiyar hu. Main taiyar hu. I am ready. A female speaker usually says Main taiyar hu too in everyday speech for this adjective. But with many other words, you'll hear differences like khush hu in common usage, staying the same. And with past actions or some adjectives, the difference becomes clearer later. For today, just plant the idea in your head. Hindi notices gender more than English does. A very clear sneak peek is this. Male speakers often say "main bharatiya ho," "main bharatiya ho," and female speakers also often say "main bharatiya ho" in modern usage. But in many adjective patterns across Hindi, you'll eventually learn masculine and feminine forms. So don't panic. Today, just notice that Hindi pays attention to these things. Let's use one very simple sentence now. How do you say, "I am ready" in Hindi? मैं तैयार हूँ. मैं तैयार हूँ. Great. Tayyar means ready. Handy word. If someone says, "Chalo, chalo, let's go," you can answer मैं तैयार हूँ. I'm ready. Nice and practical. Now let's build a mini introduction. Listen first. मेरा नाम नेहा है. मैं मुंबई से हूँ. मैं student हूँ. Main points only. My name, where I'm from, what I am. How do you say my name is Maya in Hindi? मेरा नाम माया है. मेरा नाम माया है. How do you say I am from Mumbai in Hindi? मैं मुंबई से हूँ. मैं मुंबई से हूँ. How do you say I am a teacher in Hindi? मैं teacher हूँ. मैं teacher हूँ. See what's happening? You're not memorizing huge paragraphs. You're learning Lego pieces. Snap them together and boom, introduction ready. Let's add one more super common sentence. मैं Indian हूँ. Or more naturally, मैं India से हूँ. For beginners, saying where you're from is usually easier and more useful than learning nationality words right away. So if you're ever unsure, use the from pattern. It saves the day. Simple wins. Now a tiny pronunciation help. Main, meh, sounds a bit like mine without the final clear N. Hoon, ho, is a soft hoon. Not exactly English hoon, but close enough for now. Say is like say without dragging it too much. Nam is long like nam. And hey often sounds more like hey or hey, depending on the speaker. Don't get stuck trying to be perfect. Clear and confident is better than frozen and silent. Let's do a short back and forth. I'll say it in English, you think it in Hindi. How do you say, "My name is Alex," in Hindi? मेरा नाम Alex है. मेरा नाम Alex है. How do you say I am from London in Hindi? मैं लंदन से हूँ. मैं लंदन से हूँ. How do you say I am a doctor in Hindi? मैं डॉक्टर हूँ. मैं डॉक्टर हूँ. Nice. And yes, using city names and job words from English is completely normal in everyday Hindi conversation. That's not cheating. That's real life. Now let's mention a common mistake. English speakers often want to say something like मैं हूँ student, copying English word order, I am student. But Hindi usually wants the pattern मैं student हूँ. The हूँ goes at the end. Same with मेरा नाम राहुल है. The है goes at the end. So here's the shortcut. In these simple intra sentences, the little is word usually waits until the end, like it's fashionably late. Another common mistake, forgetting se in sentences about where you're from. If you say मैं दिल्ली हूँ, that sounds off for I am from Delhi. You need Delhi se, from Delhi. One more mistake, trying to translate every little English word. For example, English says, I am a student. Hindi often just says, मैं student हूँ. No separate word for a in this kind of sentence. So don't go hunting for an extra word that isn't needed. Let's hear a very short story now. Just listen first. It uses the same patterns again and again, so your brain gets comfortable. मेरा नाम रोहन है. मैं इंडिया से हूँ. मैं दिल्ली से हूँ. मैं स्टूडेंट हूँ. मेरा दोस्त अर्जुन भी स्टूडेंट है. हम तैयार हैं. Now let's go line by line. मेरा नाम ... है. Pause and say your real name. Now, मैं ... से हूँ. Say your city or country. Now, मैं ... हूँ. Add student, teacher, doctor, or whatever fits you. Here's another one. How do you say my name is Sarah in Hindi? मेरा नाम सारा है. मेरा नाम सारा है. How do you say I am from Canada in Hindi? मैं कनाडा से हूँ. मैं कनाडा से हूँ. How do you say I am a teacher in Hindi? मैं टीचर हूँ. मैं टीचर हूँ. Excellent. Now let's put a full introduction together in natural English. Listen. मेरा नाम एमा है. मैं लंदन से हूँ. मैं स्टूडेंट हूँ. मैं तैयार हूँ. Very simple. Very clear. Totally usable. And if you want to sound a bit more friendly in conversation, you can also hear people say, मेरा नाम एमा है. And then बस मैं लंदन से हूँ. I'm from London. Or अच्छा मैं student हूँ. Well, I'm a student. Little words like अच्छा, bus, to, and p are everywhere in spoken Hindi. You'll pick them up naturally over time. Before we finish, let's do a fast recap. 3 patterns run today's whole lesson. Mera naam hai. My name is Main se hu. I am from Main hu. I am. If you remember just those, you already have the heart of a beginner introduction. And the 2 big ideas under them are also important. First, Hindi often uses postpositions, so the little word comes after. Delhi se, India se. Second, Hindi often pays attention to gender and number in verb and adjective patterns. So later on you'll notice forms changing more than in English. For now, just be aware of it. No tension, yaar. Let's end with one final mini intro. Say it with me. Mera naam hai. Main se hu. Main hu. Nice. Again. Mera naam hai. Main se hu. Main hu. Shandar. Very nice. You've just had your first Hindi lesson, and look at that, you can already introduce yourself. That is not small. That is real progress. Keep it simple, repeat it out loud a few times today, and next time this will feel even more natural. Chalo, see you in the next lesson.